So here we're speaking to a man, Mr. Paul Alford, the backbone behind Stephen McConnell Motorsports Media, getting the car ready for the event, checking tyre pressures, shouting abuse at him, keeping him on the up and ready in competition.
Sometimes he will shout abuse at me, but that's normally because I'm not spraying the water fast enough.
Yeah, it's important to spray the water fast enough, and yes, sometimes us competition drivers do get a bit heated with it. Paul, for the last, how many years have you been following and helping out with this side?
Wow. Must be at least 4 years, maybe 5 by now. Like, started off pretty casual, just as a man on the track side, getting some high resolution photos and videos for people, like the young guys you see out doing it today, just standing at the track, taking some photos and sharing it with the drivers. And then eventually just weaseled my way into Stephen's team by turning up in the sponsored colours. Like, I have a thing where I will literally buy shoes in your team's colours if you'll give me a job.
I mean, I remember when I was driving that long time ago, I still have footage that I pull up to bring pictures of that is solely responsible from yourself at V Performance.
Yeah.
In fact, my latest Instagram ones I had to troll back through the last video you did.
The archives.
And
back
pull
to
out
when the car was in one piece.
Back to when it actually did something, you know, I wasn't a glorified camera person. So, you've been following Stephen, you've been going to events all around Britain. How important is the media side of competition drifting?
Yeah, first of all, for me, it's dead easy because I'm a fan of the sport, and I'm actually a fan of Stephen McConnell. I used to be a fan of other colours, now it's mostly yellow. But for us, you get to these pro level competitions, and the only way that you can make it work is either win the lottery or have businesses and friends even that will support you. And in this modern world, lots of business owners and workshops and garages and parts companies aren't all that interested in running their own social media, but they know they want it. And so we have a bit of a niche where we'll be able to support businesses and add something for them where we're out repping their brand, talking to fans about their products. The stuff that we use is stuff that we want, like the Walton manifold that we had, like the best manifold that we could have for this car. And by partnering with Walton Motorsport, we're out repping their brand at venues. I mean, I'm talking to you about it right now. That's the only way that we can run a car at this level, because we haven't won the lottery. Or Stephen hasn't won the lottery. Here, I'm just a spectator. I'm a spectator who can change tyres for him.
So how does that work out with likes of Walton Motorsport's a big motorsport company at the moment? I hear about his manifolds getting punted all around. I mean, Americans are just going wild for them. They're buying them over there.
When they can get them.
When they can get them, yes. I know how it is ordering parts and waiting for parts, and if you think you can just get one off the shelf, it's not the case.
Doesn't always work that way.
It doesn't always work that way. So how is it just down to the media that you're pushing attracts that kind of people, or?
We try and do everything well. It takes a lot more effort, but turning up trackside early, getting your banners up, having posts from 6 o'clock in the morning when you're doing your breakfast, videos when you're driving on the way here, it takes a lot of effort. But we try and do everything at quality. Even the footage of what we're posting, we're zooming right in on the cars, we're trying to get clean audio so that spectators who can't be at the event can still get a high quality experience. Because not everyone can afford to run a full live stream now, and so we're trying to plug that gap for fans, but it also allows us to plug that gap for our sponsors, because they can't come, but they're proud that they can be part of what we're doing here, and we just try and do everything at the best quality that we can. That's what makes the difference, I think, is that we're just a garage team, we're not lottery winners, we're just doing this with it. I mean, I'm on a spare weekend, my wife has kindly let me come up here to have some drift fun. We're not lottery winners.
Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, Jess, you're a star.
Superstar.
But yeah, just trying to do the best standard that we can and take it seriously.
Yeah.
Have a mostly tidy pit, and have things looking good and at a quality. That's where that's kind of our niche, is trying to do everything to a really great standard. Yeah.
And the standard really comes out in your posts, your media, and that's something that I follow myself, and it shows, it stands out, and it seems to be a big, important part of the overall success of effectively running a team like this.
Making it work. I mean, even down to the decision of keeping this car yellow. I remember a conversation with Stephen years ago where he was thinking about changing his colour scheme, and we thought, right, yellow stands out on all the social media, so let's keep it yellow.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much influence I have over his colouring decisions, but car's yellow.
Well, Paul, thank you very much for speaking to me. I will. I'm going to try and get a word with the main man himself if he's prepared to speak to me. So,
Hello, Stephen.